Right. Yes, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So let's continue, guys. Any questions till now? Are we good? Any questions? Any doubts? Okay. So I just downloaded this patch, right? I'm going to copy this patch to the server directly. So let me copy this patch. You can go to the downloads folder, and this is the one that you have to patch. Control X and go to the server, and on the desktop. Okay. I'm going to paste this, guys. I'm going to paste this. Right. So let it be. It will take some time to paste the patch file. So let's discuss about the Joshius.
Yeah, Shanmugh, for those of us remote desktop is not working, so how can we copy the file?
That's what in the organization. Okay, for you. Okay, in case in our practice, if RDP is not working, I'm sure you will get the internet to the server.
Yes, I do have the internet
Yes,
connection. Yeah.
directly you can download it from there itself.
Okay,
Here,
yeah, I'll
in
try.
guys, again, don't confuse, guys. Okay, here, Josh is asking about his personal laptop and personal server that he's practicing. In the organization, you don't get the internet to the server, so you have to use the shared location only. Okay. So in case if people are, some of you are not having RDP connection, right? RDP feature is not supported for some of you guys, right? So go to your server directly, open the Edge Internet Explorer, directly download from there itself. Okay, from the in the server itself you can download. After enabling the internet connections, your server will get the internet and open the internet Edge, and then you can download the patch file in the server itself. Okay, guys, is it clear? Right, okay, fine. So now patching precautions, guys. Patching precautions. So before patching, what kind of precautions that you have to take? Okay. So listen carefully. We have some patching precautions, guys. Let's discuss one by one. So of course, you know, right? Before patching, you have to take the approvals. Take the approvals. Okay. And second one is raise a change request and make sure it's approved. Make sure the CR is approved. CR means change request. Okay. And then, right. Now, there are some important patching precautions are there that you have to follow before and after patching, guys. Okay. What is the next important precaution? Always reboot the Windows machine before and after the patch. Okay. This is one important precaution that you have to follow. Before and after patch, you have to reboot the Windows machine. Always reboot the Windows machine before and after patch. Next is make sure enough free space is there in the C drive. Okay. At least, at least 3 GB free space is good, guys. Okay, at least 3 GB free space should be there in your C drive, not in your local laptop. In your server, there is a C drive, right? Here, here. So in the organization also, I know lot of scenarios while patching the old servers, there is no free space in the C drive. So the server, the patch is going to be failed, guys. Okay, so it's very important that make sure at least 3 GB free space is there in the C drive. Minimum to minimum, worst case, if you don't see 3 GB, worst case 2 GB is also fine. Don't proceed if you are having less than 2 GB free space is there. In such scenario, you have to contact the Windows team, ask them, please extend the C drive. I have to patch the SQL server like that. Guys, in the interviews, they will ask you, tell me any issues that you fixed, or while patching, have you encountered any errors? If you encountered any errors, how you fixed that? Okay. You can tell all these things, guys. You can tell that while patching the SQL server, one of the instance patches failed. So I checked that summary.txt, I checked that detail.txt, I checked that event viewer. But while doing health checks, I see that there is no free space in the C drive. Because of that, the patch is failed. Later, I contacted Windows team. I asked them to extend the C drive. After extending the C drive, I again patched the SQL server, which is successful. Like that, you can explain, guys. Definitely, they will ask you, tell me any issue you fixed recently. In the interviews, they will ask you, tell me any issue you fixed recently. You can tell this as an example, guys. Clear? So minimum to minimum 2 GB free space should be there. If you don't have at least 2 GB free space in the C drive, don't proceed, guys. Fix that space issue first and then only patch the SQL server. That is also one important precaution that you have to follow. And before patching, check the Object Explorer build number and select at version build number. Check both are same or not. I'll tell you. Okay. Now you can see here, right, in the management studio. Here you can see one build number, right? What is that?
Build version.
What is the full number? 15.0.2000.5. When you run the select at version, what is the number you can see here?
Same.
Same, right? In this scenario, you can patch it, guys. Shanmukh, is there any chance both numbers are different? Yes, there is a chance. In which scenario? If the patch is partially successful. If the patch is partially successful, if the last patch is partially successful, then there is a chance that two different build numbers will be there. In that scenario, the patch will be failed. Guys, are you getting the point, guys? Is it clear? Is it clear, everyone? Right? So before patching, check the build number in the Object Explorer. Object Explorer build number. Select at version build number you have to check. Both should be same. If both are same, you are good to patch. If both are different, fix that issue first and then patch it. In what scenario? There is a chance, guys. These are in my 10 years of experience, I have faced all these issues. So that's why I'm explaining all these things. Otherwise, I can simply show you how to patch the SQL server and all. Right? These points will help you in case if they're asking in the interview what and all issues you faced while patching, you can explain using these points, guys. Based on these points, you can explain. So that's why I'm not wasting the time. Very important. Sometimes you will also face this issue. I'm not saying every time you will get this issue. There is chance that you might get this issue while patching the SQL servers. Clear, guys? I'm not saying every time you'll get this issue. No. Out of 100 or 200 servers, you might get this issue. Okay? Fine. So what you have to do, guys, check both numbers are same or not. If both numbers are not same, fix that issue first, then only proceed to patch. How to fix that issue? Remove the old patch. How to remove it? I'll show you after patching. Without patching, we cannot remove, right? So once patching is done, I'll show you how to remove the existing patch and all. Okay? Okay, guys, are we good now?
I have a quick question.
Yes, Almas.
If let's say the current patch that we applied is causing a major issue, is there any way we can roll it back?
We can roll back. We can roll back. We can roll back. I'll show you in the next class.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thanks.
So yes, there is a chance that after patching, you might get some issues. Okay. The application can create a problem while connecting to the SQL server. I'm sorry, you might get some connection issues. Okay. So there is a chance that it might create a problem after patching the SQL server. So we can roll back the patch in such scenario, we can roll back the patch. I'll tell you in the next class in what scenarios we can roll back. I'll tell you. Okay. Fine, guys. Guys, are we good? Why so silent, people? Huh?
Yes, good.
Don't like the concept? Is it boring or flowing?
Interesting.
Interesting? Right.
Yeah, because I think if you know the issue, we can answer in the interview scenario.
Yes, yes, Josh. That's why I'm explaining. I'm taking time to explain all these things. Right. So the next issue can be the same kind of thing. Okay. Check the server name in the Object Explorer. And check the and um, check the
Query results.
server select at server name. Select at server name. Okay, output. Make sure both are same. Okay, like let me show you that. If you can see here, what is the server name, guys, in the Object Explorer? Win D1 UDF I2 LDBE, right? So now there is another query to check the server name also. Select at server name, check the output. Both are same or different?
Same one.
Same, right?
Same.
Mostly it will be same only. 99.99% it will be same only. There is a chance that if you are patching old server, you might face this issue. Here it will show you one name, here it will show you another name. Here it will show you one name, here it will show you another name, guys. In such scenario, what you have to do? Make sure both names are same, then only proceed to patch. If both names are different, again, very rare case, not a regular case, very occasionally you will get it. Very rare case. In such scenario, you have to run some commands. For example, here it is showing different name, here it is showing a different name. You have to drop the old server name. Okay. sp underscore drop server name, old server name. Okay. And sp underscore add server, new server name. Okay. Comma local. You have to run these two commands. New server name means always you have to follow. This is the standard one. What you can see here that you have to replace here. You have to copy paste this. Imagine this is old server name. You have to copy paste here, and you have to copy paste the new server name, comma local control, Z control V. Okay. You have to run these two commands, and then once the issue is fixed, check again. Check it. Check both are showing same or not. Once both are showing same, then only proceed to patch, guys. Otherwise, your patching will be failed.
Shan, which one is new server name? That one, Object Explorer.
This one,
right?
Object Explorer. You have to follow Object Explorer.
Oh.
Okay, guys. Are we good? So you can explain all these things. Have you faced any errors while patching the SQL servers? Yes. One of the SQL servers, like while patching the SQL server, I faced one issue like the patching is failed due to wrong build number. Patching is failed due to wrong server name. Patching is failed due to there is less free space in the C drive. You can explain all these things. Surely they will ask these kind of scenario based questions. Okay, so we know the error, you know the solution. Tell them that you faced that issue in the organization. They will ask how you fixed it, explain the situation. They will happily, like, they will proceed to the next question and all. That's how you can extend the interview. I mean to say, if you know the things, you can spend lot of time on that so that you can kill that time of the interviewer and he can ask, okay, normal, I mean to say, not normal questions. Instead of 10 questions, you might get 5 questions, 6 questions. So in that way, you can save the time in the interview, guys. Okay, so this is also one kind of issue that you might face, especially while patching the old servers. Okay, right, guys, these are some patching precautions that you have to take, and we discussed about the free space in the drive. We discussed about the and one more thing is, make sure to check all the SQL services before patching, and make sure to check all the database states before patching. if you want for extra safety, take the backup of the databases or take the backup of the VM snapshot. This VM snapshot, which team will help you guys to take the VM snapshot backup? Windows team. will
Windows
help you.
team.
Okay, so these are all the precautions that you have to follow before patching the SQL Server. So before patching the SQL Server, what you have to do, go to the Windows machine, check the services.msc, check how many SQL related services are running, check any other instances. In this scenario, I can patch this instance, default instance, but what will happen, guys? Tell me the challenge of this instance. Tell me. So now let me open the services. Now I want to patch this server, default instance. Now what is the challenge here? Tell me, guys. Guess it. What? There is a challenge here. Tell me that challenge. You can easily guess it.
You have
Service
to
account.
take this connection.
Next.
Could be having different instance.
Very good. If we have different instances, what is the challenge?
We need to start the particular instance service only.
So other instance can be in
It impact the other applications. Like if it is connected to the other
Very good.
applications. Right?
Very good, Manasa. Guys, we took the approval from Mark, right? For which instance? Default instance. Unknowingly, before and after patch, you have to reboot this Windows machine. That means all the instances will be rebooted, right? But you took the approval only for this instance. You didn't take any approval for this. This application owner will raise a complaint on DBA team. Hey, without knowing me, without taking my approval, someone rebooted this Windows machine. Who is going to take the responsibility? Clear, guys? Is it clear? So that's why before patching, you have to check how many instances are there. How many of them are up and running? How many of them are not running? Take a screenshot and save it. For
Shanmugh,
example,
you said that only one instance is there in production server
Sudhakar,
earlier.
for that is Anil's case, Sudhakar. That is Anil's case, not this case. Anil or Ajay. Ajay example I gave. Don't think only one instance will be there in a Windows machine. There is a chance that 2 instances can be there, 3 instances can be there, 5 instances can be there. Don't
In
mix it.
production server also?
Yes, there is a chance. There is a chance. In production server also sometimes you can see multiple instances in the same Windows machine. Last time I explained about the Ajay's case, not general case. You are mixing everything, Sudhakar. Okay, fine. Now is it clear, Sudhakar? Yeah, okay.
Understood.
So there is a chance that multiple instances also can be there in the production server.
I remember that earlier you told that in earlier classes, I mean, in production
90%,
server.
Sudhakar, I don't tell like only one instance is there. No, mostly the recommended practice is only one instance will be there. That is the recommended practice.
Recommended one. Okay.
It's not mandatory that every production server will have only one instance. Generally, in the organization, 90% is every Windows machine will have only one instance. 5 to 10% there is a chance that you will have multiple instances on the production servers also. Why? Because in production also we have less critical, more critical. If it is more critical, only one instance will be there. If it is less critical, there are 2 to 3 instances also can be there in one Windows machine. Okay.
Are there any chances?
But only one point.
The owner of all instances be same?
Can be same. Can be same. Can be different.
Oh, okay.
Can be same, can be different. In such scenario, you have to contact all the owners and you have to explain the situation and you have to take approvals from everyone.
Okay.
Is it clear, guys?
Shanmugh, I think one doubt, like, so in that case, like Mark was the application owner, so we notified Mark and he gave us his approval. So when we check the service, there are other instances. So we need to send an email for each individual owner.
Yes.
Okay.
You have to.
Thank
you
you.
have to. Yeah. Otherwise, there is a chance that he can raise an escalation. Okay. So you have to.
So Shanmugh, this all thing is discussing in CAB meeting, right?
No. Cab meeting is not for you or not for me. This is the background work that you have to do. On once everything is ready, then only you have to go to cab meeting. This is the background work. No one will ask you, hey Pallavi, have you checked how many instances are running? Cab is not only for DBA team. The whole organization will involved in the cab. Cab people are separate. They don't know what is instance. They don't know what is SQL server. They don't know what is database.
Before proceeding the patching,
That
we
is your
have to
homework.
take all approval.
Yes, that is your homework. They don't ask, hey Pallavi, okay, have you checked how many instances are running? Have you took approval from all the instance owners? No. That is your homework.
So this all information, like instance, Spock information will be shared, right? So
Yes,
we need
it
to have
should
those
be. It
prior
should be.
information.
Yes, it should be. If you don't
Okay.
know that, you can ask your colleagues or manager or lead. They will help you.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, guys, are we good? Everyone,
Okay.
fine? So before
Yeah, we
patching, we have to check how many instances are running, how many services are up and running. Sometimes two instances can be there, but one is in stopped state. Imagine before patching, you didn't check the service. After patching, you checked the service. Out of two, one is stopped. What do you think, guys, immediately? Is it stopped before the patching or after the patching it was stopped? You will confuse, right? You will be in confused state, right? So what you can do, take a screenshot of all the services that are there. SQL Server services, not other services. So that next time if anyone is coming to you, hey, after patching the service is stopped, you can refer the screenshot. If you don't have screenshot, you can't argue with them, right? There is a chance out of two instances, one can be in stopped state. Are you getting the point, guys? So
Yes.
what you have to do, take a screenshot of all the SQL services. So which one is running, which one is not running before patching itself. After patching, compare with the screenshot that you have. If everything is looking good, you can delete the screenshot. No need to save it. Imagine 5 instances are there. Out of 5, one instance is already down. Someone wantedly stopped that instance. So you didn't check the screen, services.msc before patching. After patching, you checked the screen. One of the instances in stopped state. Immediately, you will get a doubt. This is stopped before the patching or after the patching. So to avoid this confusion, take a screenshot of this SQL services or configuration manager. Which one is comfortable? You can take the screenshot. Keep it with you. After patching, again check the services. Before patching, what are the services are up and running? What are the services are not running? After patching, it is matching or not, check it. Once it's matching, you can delete the screenshot. If it's not matching, you can start the services or stop the services respectively. Are we good, guys? Fine?
Yes.
Right. So the same way, sometimes databases will be in offline state. Some of the databases will be in offline state like this. So now what you have to do, you have to take a screenshot of all the databases. If you don't take the screenshot, you don't know, right? Whether this database is offline before patching or after patching, you don't know, right? It will create some confusion, right? So that's why take the screenshot of all the databases. Before patching, what is the state? After patching, the same state should be carried. Okay.
Shanmukh, like one tip for screenshot. When we take a screenshot, we need to include the timestamp, right? The
Yeah,
date.
every time, whenever you're taking screenshot, you have to include the timestamp. Otherwise, they don't believe. Are you showing like older screenshot, like the old screenshot like that? They might argue with you. Whenever you're taking a screenshot, take the whole screenshot with the date and timestamp. Otherwise, they don't consider your screenshot, guys. Okay? Fine? Fine, guys. Are we good? These are the main precautions, guys. That's it. That's it. We are good now. Let's immediately start the patching. Okay? And minimize. Let's minimize this as well. And this. Array, my screen share was stopped. Let me share it again. You can see my screen, right? Minimize and then minimize. No, minimize. Right? So where is my patch file, guys? This is the patch file. Right click, run as administrator. Okay, so before that, check here. What you can see in the output, guys? SP underscore who is active, sorry. selected version, what you can see? Only build number you can see. Okay, after patching, you can see the change here. I'll show you. As of now, you can see only RTM, right? After patching, you can see. And remember this number 15.0.2000.5. Before patching, it is 2000.5. Let's check after patching. Okay, let's complete the patching now and go to this and minimize this. So one setup file will open, guys. Currently, it's okay, unwrapping, unzipping. So once done, a setup file will open. And one more thing. So once everything is ready, copy the patch files before 1 day, guys. This is also an important precaution. Copy the patch files before a day. Before a day. For example, mostly we'll patch the production servers during weekends, Saturdays and Sundays, right? So imagine we will use some network paths to copy. Sometimes the network paths that you have, it might not work with the respective servers. Then how we are going to copy the service pack or cumulative update, guys? If you don't copy, if you tell that reason, hey, I'm unable to copy, so that the change was cancelled, I can't copy the patch file. If you tell that reason, immediately your manager, okay, next level, you can see, right? It's a blunder mistake. If you are patching SQL Server on Saturday, copy it on Friday itself. Why? Because Friday all the teams will be available. If shared path is not working, someone will help you with a new shared path, or Windows team will give access to that shared path. On Saturday morning, if you are aram say, if you are patching, if you are trying to copy, if the shared path is not working, then you have to cancel the change. If you cancel the change, again you have to join the cab meeting and you have to explain why you cancel the change in front of everyone. Sometimes the CEOs also will join in the cab meeting if it is a startup company. You are the responsible person for cab meeting. I mean to say the change request, guys. So they might ask you why, what happened, why the change is cancelled. You have to send a written email why it was cancelled and all. So it will goes to your manager level. So it might create some bad impression on you. So before a day, copy the patch files. If the shared path or location is not working, you can go for alternatives. Why? Because on Saturdays and Sundays, very minimal support will be available from Windows team. Suddenly, if you ask Windows team help, they will not help you. Are you getting the point, guys? Guys, is it clear?
Sir.
Yes.
Yes, it is.
Okay. So now let's open. See, patching is 5 minutes work. Just 5 minutes. No need to spend 2 hours for patching. Just 5 minutes work. But still you have to understand the background of patching, guys. Otherwise, it will create the problem. Okay. Now you can just expand show details. You can see the prerequisites. So now you can see all the checks are passed. Okay. Now I accept the license terms. Next. Now you can go to see I'm planning to patch the default instance. Okay. Default instance, you can see MS SQL Server. Okay, right? Go to next. If you have multiple instances, you can select all the multiple instances which are eligible for this patch. As of now, I have only one 2019 instance, so I'm patching 2019. We have one more instance also, which is 2022. Guys, have you remembered that one? We have one more instance also. That is 2022.
Yes.
Yeah.
54
So why it is not showing in this list?
Because it is higher version.
Higher version, it is not eligible. See, 16.0. So if both are 19, you can see 2 instances here. If you want to patch both instances, you can select those instances. Out of 2, if you want to patch only one, if you want to skip another one, you can uncheck this one. If you have two 2019 instances in this machine, if both are eligible, it will show checkbox like this. If you want to continue to patch both the servers, you can continue, guys. If you don't want to continue with both servers, if you want to skip one server, uncheck the server that you don't want to patch. Okay. So in this way, we can patch multiple servers at a time, guys. Go to next. You can skip this one, but again, you can just wait and you can skip this one. And one more thing before patching, for example, imagine now you want to patch at 9 p.m. Okay. So before patching, you have to send an email to the application owner, Mark, in this scenario, Mark to the SQL DBA team, alerting team also, alert monitoring team will be there. To all of them, you have to send an email. Hey, Mark, I initiated a patch on so and so server. It will take 1 to 2 hours to complete. Generally, it will take 30 to 40 minutes or hardly 1 hour to complete. Take extra downtime up to 3 hours. Why? Because if something went wrong, we should be able to troubleshoot, right? So always take 3 hours downtime for patching one server, guys. Okay, if you take more time, and if you complete in less time, you will get appreciations. If you take 1 hour and you are taking 3 hours to complete, you will get depreciations. Okay, always take extra time, complete it. Hardly it can be completed. The patching can be completed in less than 1 hour, but for safe side, take 3 hours of downtime. Okay, so before patching,
Look,
send yes, Sudhakar, tell me.
when we are mailing to Mark, home to put in CC.
Before patching,
Home to put in.
before patching.
Must be put in CC.
CC means
Mail.
when means you are asking when, right?
Yeah, whenever we are dealing with Mark regarding this patching. So we have to mail, right, to Mark.
Correct. You have to mail to Mark and DBA team and alert monitoring team. You have to put DBA team and alert monitoring team in the CC, Mark
Yes,
in the
that's
to
what I
section. Right? Okay, so hey Mark, I just initiated patching on so and so server. It will take 1 to 2 hours to complete. Once it's done, I am going to update the same. And again in the alert monitoring, hey alert monitoring, I am patching so and so server. Please ignore all the alerts from this server, so that alert monitoring team don't touch the server until they are going to get confirmation from you. They don't monitor that server. Okay, they will suppress all the alerts from that server. Then you can continue. Yes, Nagi.
Generally, we are using in Teams and alerts. We are not using in mail through. This other organizations, it will be updated to other teams will be using only for mail.
Yes, only through mail.
Okay.
Only through mail. Like otherwise, how many people you are going to send a Teams message? It's difficult, right?
We have some of groups there.
See, it's good to update in the groups also, but definitely you should have mail, right? Outlook or Gmail or something you are using, right, in the organization.
Yes, Outlook.
So the official way is send an email to the DL group. Okay, yeah. So that is the official mail, but sometimes you can also update in the group. Okay, you can update Nagi is patching so and so server, like that you can update. So no one will touch that one, even DBA team also. If you don't send an email, what will happen? Some DBS will work from Bangalore, some DBS will work from Hyderabad, some DBS will work from US location. So suddenly if one server is down, they will get the alerts. So they don't know that you are patching. It will create confusion. They will try to start the SQL server. It might corrupt the instance. So before patching, always good to send an email to the application owner, so that he will get the confirmation. Okay, as per the discussion, the things are moving. You'll get an idea. And sometimes application side also they have to stop some jobs. So for that purpose also you have to send an email, so they will stop their jobs and all from application side. And DBA team also will include, and alert monitoring team also will include in the CC, so that everyone will get to know that you are patching the SQL server. Okay.
Yeah.
That's it, guys. That's it. Fine. Go to next. And finally, you'll get the patch screen. See, action is equal to patch. That's it. Update. It will take hardly 10-15 minutes, guys. As the server is small in the organization, if the server is big, around 2 TB, 3 TB databases are there, it will take 40-45 minutes to complete the patch. In this scenario, it will take hardly 10 minutes to complete the patch, as server is too small. That's it, guys, about the patching.
Sharmukh, like while this one is loading, who are like alert monitoring team? Is this like release deployment teams? They are similar to
No,
Lexus?
release deployment is something different. Alert monitoring is something different. Alert monitoring is like they are kind of a service desk people. They will keep monitoring all the servers. So they will have a separate mechanism. Suddenly, if some server is down, they will get an alert immediately. So they are going
So
to
they will
call.
do, okay.
Yeah, they are going to
The
call.
monitoring, okay.
Yes, they are going to call to the respective team. If SQL server is down, they will call to the SQL DBA team. Hey, so and so server, the server is down. Like that. Why? Because critical applications. So you might be in the shift, you might go to lunch, you might go to washroom, you might go to some other things. So suddenly, if the critical application is down, they don't wait until you are going to be back, right? Immediately they will call to the DBA team. Someone will be
Okay.
available and he is going to take care of it. That work will be done by alert monitoring team.
Okay. So, okay, I understand this one. But this release deployment team, they are part
That is
of DBS
different.
or like
No, no,
that?
no. They are not part of the
Okay.
release. They are not.
Okay. Okay. All right. Thank you.
So guys, patching with service pack, patching with cumulative update, all are same. Same controls you can see. Not even one screen extra also. Okay, so Shanmukh, you said how to patch the SQL server to CU26. Can you show me how to patch the SQL server with SP2 or SP3? Process is same. Instead of CU update, you will download SP update and you will open that update with run as administrator. Remaining everything is same. When you open SP also, you can see same controls. You have to select the instance, you have to go to next, 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 and finally update button will be there. You have to click on update button. That's it. Patching is very important. Next time, next weekend, I'll check who just completed the patching and all. Very, very important, guys. Definitely, I'll monitor each and everyone. If you don't patch it, I'll ask you to patch by Saturday itself, next Saturday itself. Don't miss it, guys. Patching is very important. For you, it will take hardly 15 to 20 minutes. You should know all the details, all the precautions, and also we discuss it 2 hours. For you, how much time it will take to download patch file? 5 to 10 minutes. To copy 2 to 3 minutes. To patch hardly 5 to 10 minutes. Not even 30 minutes. Spend some time, patch the SQL server. You will get to know all the things easily. Okay. See here, SQL server is stopped. If you see here, red color service watcher. Service watcher is stopped state. This is running, green color. This is stopped.
Shanmukh, I have doubt here.
Yes, Pallavi.
Windows team also, if they have also one patching activity,
Yes.
so at that time they are going to work with parallelly, or they will take another approval time.
No.
to
It will
down to-
create some. See, when you raise a change request, there is a concept called CI, configuration item, and one more option called conflict. So if both are raising change request in the same downtime window, your CAP people, they don't approve it. Are you getting the point? For example, you want to patch the SQL server today 9 to 10 p.m. Okay. During the same time, if any Windows guy raised a change request 9 to 10 p.m., in the change request, it will show you the conflict. So CAP people, they don't approve that change. They will ask you to change the timings. Parallelly, you cannot do Windows and SQL. You cannot do parallelly. CAP people, they don't approve those action. Just 10 minutes, guys. I'll leave you. Okay, so that you can enjoy the weekend. Huh?
Shanmukh,
Yes, please.
that patch is same for all editions, right?
Yeah,
That
same,
update.
same. Irrespective of edition, same. Have you seen any, while downloading also, have you seen any different editions?
No, I
File?
have not.
So the same patch file will be there for every edition.
Before patching, we have to check whether databases are online or offline.
Yes.
Wait, to check here only, Object Explorer.
Same here only. I just shown you, right? This screen only. If you have lot of Shanmukh, I have 100 databases. How to check? You have one query, right? sp_help db. In that you can see all the list of databases, or select star from sys.databases. Will give you the list of databases, and you can see whether they are online or offline or pending state. Everything you can see in that query. If you have more than like 20-30 databases, it's difficult to see all the databases in this list, right? So for that you can use a queries sp_help db or select star from sys.databases. It will show you the state of all the databases.
If you are able to see databases, we can conclude that they are online, right?
Yeah,
Now I'm able to see these databases.
See, here some of them are online, some of them are offline. Okay. I'm not saying if any offline database is there, you have to bring it online. No. Before patching itself, it's offline. After patching also, it should be offline.
Okay. Okay.
If you don't take the screenshot, how you would know that before patching it's offline or after patching it's offline? You don't know, right? For reference purpose, you have to take the screenshot.
Shanmukh, one last question.
No problem.
Let us assume that there are 5 instances on Windows machine.
Okay.
If you patch one instance, will other instances get affected?
Technically, no. Directly, no. Indirectly, yes. Indirectly, in the sense, you have to reboot the Windows machine, right? So before and after patching, you have to reboot. So while rebooting the Windows machine, they are going to be impacted. But while patching the instance, it won't be impacted.
Then we have to take approval from other application owners also, right?
Of course, that's what I said, right, Sudhakar? If we have
Getting
multiple
confusing meaning.
instances, what is there to confuse, Sudhakar? Very simple. If we have multiple instances, I said one point, hey, if we have multiple instances, take the approvals from all the application owners, right?
Yes.
Have you remembered this point? Now, do you know why we have to take approvals from other instance owners? Why? Because when you restart the Windows machine, other instances also will be down.
Down. That is the reason.
Yes. So that's why you have to take the approvals.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
Okay. We're almost done, guys. So just wait for 2 minutes. I'll show you how to validate the patch. Once done, we can wrap up for today. Next week we'll start the not backups, security. Next week we'll start the security, guys. Okay. And then backups, restores, recovery, and then automation, and then advanced concepts, upgradation and migration, and then Active Directories domain setup, then log shipping, mirroring, replication, Windows cluster setup, SQL cluster setup, always on, finally performance tuning, and some general discussions. Okay, technical discussions, non-technical discussions, and all will be there at the end of the classes. Now you can see that all the 4 main components, database engine, full text, replication, and supported files are successfully patched. Okay, this is how you have to validate, and patching also will generate a summary.txt file. If something went wrong during the patching, the errors that you can see in the summary.txt file. In this scenario, if you open, you can see passed but reboot required. You can see here. Passed means successfully patched, and but it needs reboot required. And you can see requested action is equal to patch. Okay, but if something went wrong, if the patching is failed, you have to check here in this summary.txt file, right? So in this way we can validate. Just close this. Now see here, it is showing 15.0.2000.5, right? Just refresh it. How much it is now? 4365.2, and earlier 15.0.2005, and you can see RTM here. Now just execute this query. How much it is now?
TMC is
Guys, in the last interview, one of our student got this question: what is the latest cumulative update for SQL Server 2019? What is the latest cumulative update for SQL 2019? CU26. CU26. Okay. So see here, both are same. 4365.2, 4365.2, RTM CU26. So this was successfully patched with the latest cumulative update. In this way, you can validate, and once the patching is done, you have to reboot the Windows server, guys. That's it. That's all about the patching. Okay. In this way, you have to validate. Once done, at last you have to send an email to Mark. Hey Mark, patching is successfully completed. The SQL Server, so and so SQL Server is upgraded to SQL Server 2019 CU26. Please check and validate and let us know in case of any issues. Okay. So if no issues, we are good to close the change request, and finally you have to close the change request, which is you have to mark the change request as successful, and then you have to close it. That's it, guys. This is all about the patching, including process. Okay, so that's it, guys. Any questions you can ask me, otherwise we are good to close for now. Right. Thank you, guys. Thank you all. We'll continue the next weekend, Saturday morning, 7 a.m. IST. Okay, and for US people, Friday evening, 9:30 p.m. EST. Thank you, guys. Bye. Good night. Good day.
Thank you. Thank you, Shanmugh.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you.
Oh, sorry, dear.
Thank you. Thank you.
Explique ça en école, non? C'est quoi vous dérangez quelqu'un comme ça? Quelqu'un ne peut pas fréquenter même un peu.